all right, guys. Here we are again. All right, in this lesson, how to set up CI/CD pipeline. Okay, CI/CD is it means continuous integration and continuous deployment. It's a way of updating your site from your development environment. All right, you don't need to always download the code every time you make changes and take it to your server. No, all right. You can, as you are building, you are pushing the changes. All right, as you are building, whether you are building from Lovable, whether you are building from Replete or Base 44 or any platform, once you are able to push that project to your GitHub account, you should be able to set up a CI/CD pipeline on GitHub Actions. There's something called GitHub Actions, all right, which is what we are going to do right now. Okay, so there is a project I have worked on already. This is the project, Nigeria Turkey business. I built this with Lovable, 100% Lovable. All right. I didn't set up CID pipeline when I deployed it. Okay, and I want to make some changes to it. All right. So I'm not going to actually use this server that I launched it with. All right. For the purpose of this class, I'm going to use a different server so that I don't affect this live server, what is already on it. Okay. So how do I go about this? I want to use it. This is the project on Lovable. This is where I built it from, on Lovable. Okay, so I'm going to enter into the project right in my Lovable account. Okay, so I'm going to, from here, I'm going to go to the GitHub repo, that's GitHub repository. Now, before you can do this, you must come to GitHub. I talked about it in the lesson that had to do with Cursor. You must come here on GitHub and create an account. All you need to do is to sign up. And as and when you are trying to do what I'm about to teach you now, you must be logged into your GitHub account. Of course, if you don't log in, it will prompt you to log in. But why not log in first, okay? So you have to be logged into your GitHub account. So after that, this is actually how to take your Lovable project to GitHub, then set up CI/CD pipeline. The first thing you do is to click on, this is GitHub logo. Lovable has a native integration with GitHub. So you click on this GitHub logo. This project has already been moved to GitHub, all right? But if you have not moved it, all you need to do is to click on connect, all right? And it will connect automatically and move your project. It will create a repository for you on GitHub. These are repositories. This is a repository for this project. This is another one. This is another one. I have so many of them. All my projects are here. So you will create repositories like this. And I think for this particular project, let me look for it. This project we are working on, I'm looking at right now. Here it is. All right, here it is. But I won't open it from here so that you can follow what I'm doing. I will be opening it from here, okay? So I click that. This is what I click now. I click this thing here, the name of this is my GitHub. Your username, and this is the project. So if I click here, it will take me right into that repo to open it, everything, right? So this is the project on GitHub. Normally, you can just click if you want to download this code to your system and click on download as the zip folder or download zip, take into your system. If you want to build it further locally in your computer, you can open it with VS Code, you can open it with Cursor, or any other IDE and continue development, coding it and all that. All right, one of the things I do here when I bring a project to GitHub, I clean up all this Lovable stuff. So I click on it, I remove all these things. So nobody will think, oh, he used AI to, there's something wrong with telling people you use AI to build your project, all right? Okay, everybody has accepted development with AI now. It has become a thing in the software development ecosystem. So, but I just like to get rid of all those stuffs. Welcome to me conference. I clicked on edit to get here, remember? Then I can remove all these stuffs. Last Lovable link. How can I edit this code? Use Lovable and remove it. Remove all these things. Anywhere I see Lovable, I'm going to get rid of it. Okay. So I scroll down, I remove them, clone the repository, blah, 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 blah. So you can just take time and go through it to know what you are removing. So I'm going to remove all these ones. You can see what technologies are used for this project. So if you have a front-end project, this is what is used to develop it. Vite, TypeScript. TypeScript is just like JavaScript actually. React is a JavaScript front-end framework. This is for UI, user interface design. And this is for styling, cascaded style sheet, CSS. All right, so having said all that, I'm done with that particular one. So I click on commit changes here. When I click on commit changes, is actually to push what I've just edited into into the repo, into the repository. Now, what you see here, Copilot is an AI that is owned by the owners of GitHub. So once you want to do something that involves you writing text, it can automatically generate those texts for you. All right. So that's why you saw it generate this for me without me having to type anything. Okay. So it also generated this. I can choose to remove this Lovable, update project title and remove Lovable. I can just say updated project title. I can edit it and click on commit changes. All right. That was just by the way. The main reason why we came here into this tutorial is to set up a CI/CD pipeline. All right. And I've tried to explain what a CI/CD means: continuous integration, continuous deployment, the ability to continually deploy your projects, make changes, push it to your server without doing things manually. Everything is automated. In fact, once we are done with this, you will see me make changes in the Lovable environment and it will appear right on my server, right on my hosting. That's the project itself. All right. So how do you do this? What you do is, first thing you do is to come to setting. There is a step-by-step guide, which I will drop in the group. All right. I'll drop it in the group. So you come to settings, click on settings. Then you scroll down to secrets and variables. Come to secrets and variables. You click on it. When you click on it, you go to actions. What are we going to do here? They call it secrets and variables. So we are going to add secrets here. Secrets here. All right, that is some password. For something to happen automatically, it means you must have approved it. How do you approve it? You give access, all right, to your hosting. You give GitHub access to your hosting. So that when you make changes to your Lovable project is automatically pushed to your GitHub account, and GitHub will now, by those secrets or those login details you gave to it, it will push it directly to your cPanel. cPanel control panel is where you do your hosting, all right? So we'll explain that in another lesson. So those of us that want to register our domain name, www.yourcompanyname.com, and you pay for hosting, you can go ahead and do that. We'll do that in another lesson. All right, so, but for this, I'm going to set up the secrets. I come to new repository secret. New repository secret. So I click on it. The first thing we are going to do here is to submit the secrets to GitHub. The first one is we're going to put our cPanel. These are the 4 things you need. There are always 4. cPanel remote directory, cPanel host, cPanel username, and cPanel password. All right. Let's start by the basic one. That is the cPanel username. All right. For this particular account that I'm working with, let me get the username. Okay. Let me look for the username. I'll pull it up. Okay. All right. Where was I? Okay, so cPanel username. I pasted it, then I add it. Then for the cPanel password, the next one, that's cPanel password. Put it here. So I'm going to type that. Oh, okay. So I'm going to add the password. All right. So I added the password. And see cPanel password has been added. I believe you can still see my screen. All right. So cPanel password has been added. Then the next thing is a remote directory. All right. Or let me add the host first. Now, the host is the domain name of your project. Now, I want to deploy this project to this domain name for the purpose of this class. So I'm going to add it. I'm going to remove all these things, get rid of everything there, remove all this. Then you add it. Then the last thing I'm going to add is to add the directory, which is the directory where I want to put this project. Cpanel remote directory, right? Cpanel remote directory. I'm going to try to get that. So I'm going to log into my cPanel. This is cPanel. I will tell you how to get cPanel, guys. All right, don't worry about that for now. You actually used to pay for, you have to pay for it. It's hosting. When you build your website, you have to launch it somewhere, all right, on a server online. A server, a web server is a computer online that stores web pages. It stores web pages. So whatever you are building, you don't end in your computer, right? If it ends in your computer, nobody will see it online. So you have to pay for a computer online, which we call web server, and upload your files there so it can be visible on the World Wide Web. That service is paid for. There are companies that handle it. All you need to do is to go to their website, pay for it. They will register your domain name. They will give you a cPanel, all right? That is for cPanel hosting. There are other types of hosting. Some of them VPS, virtual private server, cloud hosting, and the rest of them. All right. We'll learn that in another lesson. How to purchase domain name, how to get your hosting. Once you pay for hosting, the company that owns that service will send you the login details into your email. By then you have an account with them. All right. So you don't need to worry about that in this lesson. Just follow me. This is for the purpose of CI/CD. Okay. I'm looking for the directory of that domain name that we want to deploy to. That is the directory for this further energy services, all right? So inside my cPanel, I will go to File Manager. There's look at it here, File Manager, under Files. File Manager. All right, so I'm going to look for what that directory is. Look at it here. I'm looking for this. There's actually nothing on that hosting. All right, so this is what I'm looking for. This directory is actually the same domain name. There is nothing more than that. It's actually the same domain name, but you are going to put slash in front of it, slash in front of it to show uh, uh, GitHub action that this is a path, P-A-T-H. It's not ending in .com, it's a path. And you're also coming from somewhere. There also could be a slash here, but that's not necessary. Just keep it like this. The domain name you are deploying to, the directory, that is that folder in your cPanel where those files will be launched to. All right. The files from Lovable will come to GitHub, and GitHub will move them directly to this directory. All right. So you add it. There are 4 things you are adding. The first one is your cPanel host, your cPanel password, your cPanel directory, and your cPanel username. All right, having added all that, the next thing you are going to do, you come to the actions that is here on top. The first action was under settings, then under secret and variables. But having added all the secrets, you come to actions. Come to actions here. All right, when you come to actions, click on this, set up a workflow yourself. Click on set up a workflow. So you click on it. Okay. Now, when you click on it, there is a code you are going to add right now. I've written that code already, so don't worry yourself. This class is a no code class. You don't need to kill your head over it. So I'm going to GitHub Actions. I paste it here. All right. Once I've pasted it, I commit changes. Look at commit changes at the top right. So you click on commit changes. GitHub Copilot is once again thinking. He has gotten a title. I don't need to change anything there. It's fine by me. But if it's not fine by me, that's when I will change it. All right. So click on commit changes. Okay. Having committed changes, I go back to that same action, click on action again, because something ought to be happening right now. Having clicked on, all right, it is happening. Look at this yellow or gold color telling me that something is in progress. The deployment to cPanel is happening right now. Whatever was pushed from Lovable to that repository is trying right now to deploy into my cPanel. So I click on actions to come here and see it. If it changes to green and says successful, we are good. Sometimes it fails for whatever reason. You now try to troubleshoot it. All right. But let's hope this one will succeed. Of course, most times it succeeds. But if it fails, that means there's something you didn't do right. You now have to trace your actions and see how you can fix it. So let's wait for it to deploy. It's deploying now. Sometimes password changes. In fact, not sometimes. After deployment, if you go and change that cPanel password, it will affect the CI/CD. Anything you do after that will not deploy automatically to the server. It will come to GitHub, but it will stop there. GitHub will not be able to push it because it doesn't know the cPanel you want to take it to. All right. So if you change your, okay, it's successful. Now let's go back to that FedEx. This is how it was before we deployed. So let's see. Having had a successful deployment, let's refresh it and see what will happen. Wow, our site has just been deployed. This is how to deploy. All right. This is how to deploy. So we have deployed. Now to test if our CI/CD is working correctly, one thing we have to do, so all the pages are good. To test if our CI/CD is working correctly, we have to actually do something. I already typed some changes I want to make and bring it to Lovable and ask Lovable to effect these changes for me. All right, let's see if it will. Now, take a look at this site properly. So when the changes come, you will see it. Take a look. The area I want to make changes is in this man's title. I want to change his title to something else. Then I want to also change the picture of this man. I've not attached that picture. Thank God I've just remembered. I need to attach that picture to Lovable. I want to also change the date of that event. It has been changed to November. So this will change from October to November. I'm showing you this so that when the changes happen, you will notice it. This will also change, right? This will, what else? This man's picture here, I think this is the one, will also change. His picture is in both in the home page and in the speakers page. Then in the program page, this will change. The main event date is 18th November. All right. Then what else will change? This one will also change to November. All right. So that is, I'm coming to show you the prompt right now. Let me show you the prompt so you see the changes. Correct the title for Dr. Javus to founder this. All right. This should reflect on the home page, featured speakers, and the speakers page. I also tell it to replace the picture of Yasin Alte with the attached one. This should reflect in or on this home page and on the speakers page. Then lastly, the new date of the event is 16 to 20 November. The main event is on the 18th October. Change this on the home page, then the program page and any other page where the old date appears. Now, I need to attach this man's picture. I didn't keep it. I hope I find it. Let me attach. I click on attach and go into my laptop. Let me look for it quickly. Let me look for it. I can't really say where I kept that. Okay, I think I've seen it. I've seen the guy. All right, so this is the correct image of that man. So attach it. Yes. So, okay, we are good to go. Our prompt is complete now. So I can push it to Lovable. Once it is done, we'll now wait for a few minutes. We'll go and see that our CI/CD pipeline is good to go. Lovable is working, so you can see that's why we have this plus sign. By the way, this project has a backend where a dashboard where a dashboard where users' data are logged. It has an analytics page. This is one of the pages you should be adding to your project. A live analytic page so that you know who is visiting the site and who is not visiting. Right? You're able to access it. So we have an admin access here. So I wanted to see analytics. He said you can't see it, you have to be logged in. All right. So I have to be logged in before I can see some pages. There's an admin interface. Look at it. Right. There is analytics also. Okay, while Lovable is building that, let me just go to the real domain and see if I can access the admin dashboard. So you can see more features. Okay, so we are here, okay? Okay, so I can sign in on this one. Okay, so this is it. I made it very easy and simple. This is analytics that shows visitors, total visitors unique, top countries where the visitors are coming from, recent visitors and all that. So, and export this. These are the data of people that register. The register, it comes here, and you can export it as a CSV, with which you can take to your email provider like MailChimp or Resend or SendGrid, any of them you are using, right? I was just testing it. This is me. To contact submission also comes here, or contact form comes here. Okay, so that is that. Just wanted to show you that. All right, so I think Lovable is done. Let's see what it said. Lovable said, is it done? Okay, I'll update this. It's updated. So Lovable has done it. Now, having updated it, let's go back to GitHub first of all. Now, see, the moment that update was done, it was pushed to the workflow. Have you seen this? And it has been deployed to the cPanel. This is what we did before, but this one has been added. So every new push you do to GitHub will be on top. It will be the first one that shows up here. And look at it. This was done 1 minute ago, and it took only 30 seconds for it to be done. The first one we did was done 9 minutes ago, and it took 46 seconds. If we do a new thing now, it will come up here. All right. So a new workflow has been added, has been done. Now let's go to the website and see if there are changes. This is the one we are working on. Remember, right? So I'm going to go to homepage. I'm going to refresh it. And we see the changes. All right. Look at this. It's now November. No longer. It's no longer September. You see that? All right. So everything 18th November. You see that? Let's scroll down and see the speaker's name. Wow. Founder is no longer what it was before. Okay. Let's see this man's face. If it has been updated, wow, it has been updated. Look at it here. That is it. What else? We go to the about page. Did we have anything here? No, we didn't have anything here. Rather, speakers page. We come to the speakers page. Wow, done. Because we mentioned this page. Then we go to look for that other man, if it has been updated. Yes, it has been updated. Look at him here. All right, now we go to the program page. November, no longer October. All right, see now, everything here has been corrected. It's now November. So you don't need to always go take it to VS Code or take it to Cursor and run npm install, npm run dev, and all build byte files and stuff like that. You don't need to always do that, but that is actually the right thing to do, like the first thing to do. Or let me not say the first thing, that is the default thing most people do. You take it to the VS Code, run npm install, run npm run dev, as I did in one of those lessons, and then run this thing, this command, build vite npx vite build, and it will build the production files for you, and you then take it to your cPanel. But this is the right way to deploy. No stress. So anytime you have your client calls you at midnight, I want you to change this, I want you to do, you just take your phone and go to Lovable and type it here and go and sleep back, knowing too well that it will deploy to the server. You don't need to log in here and they do all the stuff. So that is how it is done. That is how it is done. But there's something very important that I didn't mention. This one has nothing to do with CI/CD. For every project that is Lovable, Replete, and all these are our coding tools that we deploy. These projects are called SPAs, single page applications, all right? We need to do what we call, now let me show you what I mean. I need to speak grammar. If you come to this sponsorship, it will open. But when you refresh it, something wrong will happen. Let's look at it. You see 404. I already fixed it in this one. I already fixed it in this one. Even if it's replete, it will have that issue. When you come here, you refresh. All right, I fixed it here. That's why it's not showing it here. You launch a project, but when you refresh, certain pages will not load. When you refresh, all the pages, when you refresh, except the home page, only the home page loads by default, whether you refresh or not. But if you come to register now, it will open on click. But when you refresh, it doesn't open. How do you fix that issue? I also wrote a code for it. So in your cPanel, you have to go to cPanel. Now, this is our directory where I told you this thing is in cPanel. That is the folder or the directory where this project is. If you refresh it now, notice that all the files for Lovable have been deployed. Remember, it was almost empty before. So it's now, all of them are now here. By setting up that CI/CD pipeline, all our projects have been built and sent automatically here. You see now, I said today, because this is the time on my system that I deployed it, all right? Only these two, only this October 17, October 12 were there before. So all these ones have been pushed. Now, how do you solve that refresh problem? You go to files at the top left. You create a file and name it .htaccess, name it and create it. Create it in this directory. Inside this, your project directory. Then you click on it and you edit. You click on edit, then you paste a code. Where is that? Edit. Okay, that's our htaccess file. You bring it there and paste it. Once you paste it, you click on save changes at the top right, and it's saved. Now you come back to this site and refresh it. Let's see. Now all those issues have been solved. Although you refresh it, it is no longer there. The issue has been solved just by that small code piece. That small piece of code, the issue has been solved. You refresh, let me refresh again. The issue has been solved. All right, so you need those two code files to be on your fingertip. Just keep it somewhere safe, because if you want to set up a CI/CD pipeline, you will need that face code. If you want to solve the refresh problem, create a .htaccess file in your cPanel. When you create it, you add this piece of code, just a few lines, and save it. And boom, your project is deployed. All right, so that is that for CI/CD pipeline. See you in the next lesson.